Hi. So, hey, today, we're actually out in Redmond today, and believe it or not, we're both in, hey.
This is the Outcast video. Hi.
So we're in Redmond today. It's been a while since we were out in Redmond. We're about 15 miles north of Bend. It is late January. It's 57 degrees outside. No coats. Not wearing coats today. So we get to go stroll around this neighborhood, show you guys some awesome houses in between 500,000 and up to 800,000, or just a smidge over 800,000 here in Redmond in the dead of winter, and it's still very pleasant outside. So if a video like this, a neighborhood tour of Cascade View Estates, sounds like it's for you, stick around. We're getting into it right now.
If this is your first time on the channel and you'd like to know everything there is to know about living, eating, sleeping, playing, the good and the bad of Bend, Redmond, Prineville, the surrounding areas, subscribe to the channel, tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to know about what's going on here in Central Oregon. My name is Zach Nutter. This guy in the tight shirt is Ryan Rudloff. We've lived here for over 30 years and we absolutely love it. So whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, and an email. We'd love to connect with you, help you make the smooth move here to Bend. That being said, let's jump over there, check out the first house. We're really excited about this tour. Thank you guys for being here.
See you guys soon. So we made it to our first stop today. We're up in Cascade View Estates in the southwest part of Redmond here. We're up on a hill, so it's almost like being on Aubrey Butte and Bend, but in Redmond. And so there are sweeping views of the mountains looking to the west in front of us here. But we came upon this home here. It sold last year in 2024, and it took 63 days for it to go under contract. $529,000. This home sits at just over 1,700 square feet. 3-bed, 2-bath, built in 2000. So it gives you an idea of the value that you can get in Redmond, being up on a hill with good views. We can actually look to the north and actually see mountains going up towards Portland and even into Washington from here, and even some peekaboo views of the Smith Rock area from where we're standing right now. So it gives you a great idea of the culture, the vibe of this particular subdivision here, being up on a hill and having great value with views of the mountains.
So this is the first of 3 houses that we're going to talk about, show you today, 3 different price points all in this same area. We want to talk a little bit about Redmond as well. So Redmond is quite a bit smaller than Bend. Redmond's about 36,000 people, but it's growing at a rapid clip as well. Redmond has, we're going to do some more videos about Redmond coming up here pretty soon because there's just been so much added to the community as of late. There's some great restaurants. There's a bunch of new food cart areas. They've got a great high school here. They've got the airport here, and the airport is expanding as we speak. A couple years ago, they extended the runway so we can get larger jets in now. We're getting more direct flights. Redmond, they call it the hub. It's growing like crazy, and they've done so many great things to really bolster the community here, make it a more desirable place to live. So we're excited to talk about a few more of those things in this video, show you these houses, talk about a few more things as far as distances to areas around Central Oregon. So we'll head over to the next house, show you the next price point in this awesome neighborhood we're in.
Made our way up Cascade View. What this?
Cascade View Estates, I think.
Cascade Vistas Drive.
No, Cascade Vista Drive, yeah, but it's Cascade View Estates.
We're gonna get it figured out here. So we pan over here, there's a house behind us. Okay, this is number 2 on today's list. The first one was in the 500,000s. This one's actually up in the 700,000s. This home sold last year for 758,000, built in 2020. Just over 2,300 square feet. And so this one faces to the west. On the backside, you're gonna notice that it does have views of the mountains, which kind of adds to the price point. But what we really want to reiterate here, living in Redmond, you get the same exact mountains. Some say the views of the mountains are even better in Redmond than in parts of Bend. And so you get that type of value here just 15 miles to the north of Bend, where maybe these homes would be over $1 million in certain spots in Bend, but they're here in Redmond, which gives you considerable amounts of value while still being right here in the heart of Central Oregon.
So you probably heard as that car went by, that's the sound of studs if you're from somewhere that doesn't get snow. Up on the hill here, you will get a little bit more snow. The roads can be a little slick, you know, when you're up on a hill, but we are right essentially across the highway from the airport. So this neighborhood is a great spot if you want to be, if you're going to spend a lot of time in Bend, but you are going to live in Redmond, just because it's on the southernmost part of Redmond. You're close to the airport. We actually timed it coming out here. You're about 16 minutes away from the center of Bend, from right where we're at right now. So really close. You're close to downtown from here. You're at what, maybe 5 minutes to downtown Redmond from here. And you're probably 45 minutes to Mount Bachelor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably at least that.
What about Hoodoo from here? How far do you think Hoodoo is from here?
I'd say about 45 minutes too.
Yeah, so 45 minutes to 2 great ski resorts. Mount Bachelor's the 6th largest ski resort in North America. Hoodoo's a great hill just outside of Sisters. It's a much more affordable hill. It doesn't have as many lifts, but their motto is steeper, deeper, cheaper. They have night skiing up there too, don't they?
They sure
Yeah,
do.
a little factoid for you.
That's right.
But yeah, it's a great location for Redmond. So most of the homes in Redmond are on the west side of the highway. There's not a ton of houses on the right side. The only real east side housing you're going to find northeast, kind of when you get to the very north end of Redmond, on the east side of the highway there. That's where you will start seeing some housing on the east side of town. But close to Ridgeview here, which is the newer high school. It's been here for what? Probably close to 15.
Years?
Oh,
6 years.
6 years? No, it's been longer than that, I think, hasn't it?
Let's meet in the middle. I actually think it's 9 years.
I think it might be 10. Let's call
2016.
it.
I think it was 2016.
Let's settle on 10.
Somebody fact check that.
Okay.
For us. Drop the comment.
But it's a beautiful high school, great facilities. So it's a great location in Redmond for just about anything. Also to get to Bend. How far are we from Sisters from here?
Probably about 15 minutes or so.
And then Prineville, we're not far from Prineville either, maybe 20 minutes to Prineville.
Here's another fun fact. Costco, from right where we're standing, is probably about 15 minutes away, and you can get there without going through a single traffic light or primary highway. You just take the old Bend Redmond highway, go through a couple roundabouts, and you're at Costco now.
That is true. Yeah, it's super close. It might be closer from here to Costco than it is my house to Costco, and I live in Bend.
Yeah.
Very close. But yeah, so it's a great neighborhood. What else do we want to talk about from here?
I mean, we just look at some of the front yards, the way they're manicured, the way they've been taken care of. I mean, you can see that the people that live in this particular neighborhood really value living here. And this is one of the premier neighborhoods in all of Redmond. Now, 𝐒𝐴 gets a lot of the notoriety for being one of the premier resort-style communities, which is to our west, just probably about 5 miles. But being right here in the thick of everything, close to the restaurants, close to downtown, close to the primary shopping centers, but also being perched up on this hill, it gives you just a really great sense of just living up on a hill, but being close to everything. It just kind of gives you a certain vibe that you really can't get anywhere else in town here.
Yeah, there's not a lot of undulation, if you will, in Redmond. It's fairly flat, other than this neighborhood and Eagle Crest that Ryan was just talking about. Let's walk down there and kind of give them an idea of what some of these houses that have these western facing views are going to be looking at.
Walking west right now, and this little street stops right here, but it's like this sweeping view of the mountains. We'll turn around here and show you guys in just a second. But like I was talking about earlier, maybe better views. I think the views of the sisters are way better here than they are in Bend.
I agree. Mount Bachelor is bigger in Bend, Bachelor's further south. But yeah, let's turn around and so this is it looks like this land's for sale here, and there's probably eventually going to be some development here.
Yep.
But it's sloped, so hopefully, you don't know for sure, but hopefully these homeowners will get to keep their views.
For sure.
But yeah, you've got some beautiful, you've got Bachelor, the Three Sisters, Broken Top, pretty amazing views.
Spectacular.
Yeah.
So yeah, this gives you an idea of being up on the hillside here. I'm not sure what the name of this hill is, if it even has one. But this
Sneaky
is
Butte number 2.
Yeah.
It's Ben's version of Sneaky Butte.
I like it. So that's the second home on today's tour in this stretch of the neighborhood. And the third home is going to be in the $800,000 price point right on this street too. So we're going to go find it, and we'll see you guys in just a second.
See you in a moment.
Okay, so we are back. We found the third home on today's tour. We're coming up on it right now. It's going to be to our left here. This one sold last year for $815,000. Just a little over 2,800 square feet. And again, this one faces to the west, so it's going to get those sweeping views of the mountains. And that's just one thing that we really want to drive home is the value that you get in Redmond when you're here up on a hill facing to the west. You're going to get the views. This home a little bit bigger than the other two that we saw, but this gives you a taste of, say, ranges between the 500s all the way up to the $800,000 range when it comes to homes available in the southwest part of Redmond. Again, the southwest part of Redmond is probably the most up and coming. We touched on it already. The high school's here. Usually when a high school gets installed somewhere in Central Oregon, a lot of new development takes place shortly thereafter, including commercial development. So this will be a very hot neighborhood. It already is, but even more hot in the future as there are more commercial opportunities that are just going to be a literal just short drive away, or even pedestrian friendly walk away.
Yeah, so Ryan and I truly believe that Redmond is going to continue to grow. They have a lot of space to grow. So they're going to continue to grow as Bend is projected to grow immensely. Redmond is going to continue to do the same. Redmond's price points typically their median home price typically sits about $200,000 less than what Bend's do. So if that house right there, if you're thinking that house is 800, what do we say it was 815, you're probably looking at $1,015,000 or even plus a little bit in Bend for the same product, if you will. So if you have a little bit lower price point, but you want some of these amenities, you want those beautiful mountain views, you want to be a little closer to downtown or to certain schools, Redmond's a great option with some absolutely stunning mountain views, amenities, different stuff. I actually will drive out to Redmond to go to certain restaurants that I like now, which 15 years ago I would have never done that, maybe even 10 years ago.
For sure.
The airport has just become fantastic, like we talked about, so many direct flights now. So if you commute for work or you travel a lot for work, Redmond's a great option. Also, Bend is super close. It was 16 minutes from middle of Parkway in Bend to the airport. We actually drove into the airport. Ryan's going to put together a video just kind of talking about that. And but yeah, Redmond's a bustling little community now that's really growing. You're seeing a lot of subdivisions. And yeah, I think it's going to continue to grow and continue to bring more and more amenities, just like Bend has over time.
Absolutely. Other things that we didn't mention yet, Smith Rock State Park, probably 15 minutes from here where we're standing right now. It's usually about 45 minutes from Bend. You've got the ski boat lakes. If you like the lake life, you're going to be closer to, say, Lake Billy Chinook or Prineville Reservoir. Those are lower elevation ski boat lakes sitting at about 2,000 feet each. Bend obviously can access those as well, but they're a further commute. And Bend generally will also have people that go up into the mountains to enjoy the lakes up there, but they're higher up in elevation. So you kind of pick your poison when it comes to what time of the summer you want to go and enjoy like a ski boat day on the lake, whether you want boiling water down here at Lake Billy Chinook in September, or if you're going to go up high and get some cooler waters, or vice versa. Earlier in the summer, you're maybe going to come down here to these lakes and enjoy Lake Billy Chinook or Prineville in May or June when it's still icy up there and inaccessible. So again, kind of the hub of the area. Redmond is pretty much right in the center of it all when it comes to Central Oregon outdoor amenities.
So Ryan brought up Smith Rock. I want to touch on that a little bit more. Smith Rock is known for world-class rock climbing. They have some amazing hiking trails. It is such a unique looking rock formation. When you drive by it, there's some beautiful homes out there too. We should do some of those over there, maybe Ranch of the Canyons and a couple of those other neighborhoods out there. But there's a ton of great stuff around here, but Smith Rock is phenomenal. There's people, they have rock climbing competitions. They have all kinds of stuff out there all the time. You've got Terrebonne that's not far from here, where Smith Rock is. They've got all kinds of activities and stuff out there in the fall. They've got pumpkin patches, and there's a lot of farm and ranch stuff out in that direction. Redmond still has a little bit more of that farm and ranch feel to it. A little bit more so than Bend does anymore, but yeah, it's a great community. We're gonna start shooting some more stuff out here. We've had a lot of our requests to film out in Redmond, so we're gonna spend some more time out here showing you guys a little bit more of Redmond.
Absolutely. So if you guys are still watching this video, thank you. First of all, if it's your time to reach out, it starts with you. So go ahead and give us a call, shoot us that text, or send us an email, or even schedule a Zoom call. And if you're local, let's go get coffee somewhere and talk about your situation. As always, thank you for watching, and we will just plan on seeing you guys on the next video.
Thank you guys.